Hi, I'm Chris Hutchinson.
And I'm Tom Hutchinson.
And we're here with Rock the Kaspa,
bringing you monthly news and updates of all things Kaspa.
Let's get into it. Okay, starting with the core tech updates. A few new releases on Rusty Kaspa, version 0.15.1 and version 0.15.2. Version 0.15.1 has some final RPC fixes, improved accuracy of fee rate estimations, a change to the way the Linux binary in the release is deployed, which fixes some rare segmentation faults experienced by testers. They have also released a testnet 11 experimental release, which can be used by testnet 11 experimenters and participants.
That's right, and then version 0.15.2 is mainly for integrators using get virtual chain from block. So if you've already upgraded to version 0.15.1 as a node operator, then you haven't got to upgrade to 0.15.2, but upgrading can never be bad, so it's your choice really.
Yeah, lots of 0.15.12s,
yeah. Yeah, we struggle just saying the 0.15 point, let alone writing and stuff. Yeah.
Is there a way we can sort of fix this to make it easier, like the new upgrade or like Venus? Or
if the core dev team could work on easier ways to pronounce the releases.
Easier than numbers. Like
and that would be ideal, thank you very much.
God, we're lost. Next up, Kasplex KRC20 re-release was on the 15th of September.
Big news.
It went extremely well on Kasplex's protocol, and Kaspa remained
unfazed.
Remained unfazed, and worked exactly as it should do, which is fantastic because the amount of volume and transactions it was seeing was incredible. I remember actually looking at it, because obviously I was quite excited to see how it was going to go.
Yeah, definitely.
The mempool got to about 50,000 when I looked first, and I thought, wow, this is... And every single block was ranging around 200 to 400 transactions per second. It was unreal. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe what I was seeing. And then I looked again, and the mempool was like 100,000. And I was thinking, wow, this is really going well. Then I looked again, and the highest I saw it was 150,000. I think some people have said they've seen it 175,000 in the mempool. It was absolutely incredible. And the fees were going on as they should. The dynamic fee feature and the RBF were working as they should.
Yeah.
It was incredible to see, really was. The only thing that you could say was a bit of a letdown was a third-party wallet. Yeah. Unfortunately, they didn't implement the RBF feature properly, which did have some issues because instead of sending the UTXO set back to the user, it was actually sending it off to the miners. So there were some issues there, unfortunately. But apart from that, it was a absolute success.
Yeah.
Some big KRC20 projects minted out completely.
Yeah.
It was fantastic to see. I want to give a big shout out to KSPR bot. They done incredible. There was a lot of volume going through them, and they just kept it going. So to be fair, it was absolutely incredible. Like I said, apart from the third party wallet, it happens.
It happens, and actually, it brings up a really good point. So if you're integrating with new projects or testing new projects on Kaspa or any network anyway, it always helps to kind of have a sacrificial wallet that you do use. So I'd never use my main wallet or main wallet, so I'd have a small hot wallet that I literally just fund with the stuff I'm going to play with, and then if the worst should happen, it's not too bad. But so it's one of those things. It's always good to if you are playing this sort of stuff, make sure you do that. And like I say, not to take away from the massive success that the KRC20 release was. There was, I think, Kaspa Network handled 13 million transactions in the first 24 hours.
Yeah, it was incredible.
It's crazy.
And Christian Ludwig posted on X that his mining rewards are up roughly 10% with an additional, with all the additional fees and transactions from KRC20, which again mind-blowing stuff.
Massive, yeah. Well, there was 21,740,000 CAS as fees over that 24-hour period. It was...
it's unreal.
Yeah, it's crazy. So massive volume comes to the market, which is really, really cool. And talking about the transactions that Kaspa was doing, especially on that day, recently, over a 7-day period, Kaspa had over 9.5 million transactions. And Bitcoin had over 3.8 million transactions. So
yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's roughly around the max Bitcoin can actually do.
Yeah,
so
be up there
already. Kaspa, running on a generalization of Nakamoto consensus, so having all the benefits of Bitcoin being secure and being decentralized.
Yeah.
It has now it's proven that it's beaten it with real life transactions on scalability. So this is the point of Kaspa. It is an absolute game changer in space, and we're at 1 block per second. We are literally working on 10 blocks per second with the crescendo update.
Yeah.
Really, really exciting things to come.
Yeah, mega exciting on that front.
So while we're still on the subject of Kasplex, they're now working on Phase 2. Yeah. They've launched their roadmap for Phase 2, which is a light indexer, atomic swaps, KRC20 swap, and NFT collection.
Yeah.
I mean, all of that's incredible anyway, but certainly the NFT collection, I know for a fact, because of obviously the blockchain banter spaces we run, I know for a fact that Solana people and Ethereum people are looking at KRC20 now. There's a lot more of them because they've seen how successful the launch was, and they're very much into their NFTs, so they are chomping at the bit to have a bit of NFT action, and hopefully that will encourage them to come over and test out KRC 721s when they're launched. So that's really exciting anyway. Ultimately, they're wanting to make it possible for anyone to build a marketplace on Kaspa for decentralized trading and introduce a way of adding various types of data to the network, facilitating the creation of NFTs.
Yeah. So with Kasplex releasing the KRC20 protocol, it also shows, and it's also a good time to bring up the KEF Katalyst release, where they've raised $10 million of funding for a multi-phase campaign that includes grants, user and developer education, infrastructure development, community events. And if you want to find out more about that, make sure you visit kaspafoundation.org and to view the Katalyst campaign. So thank you very much again, KEF, for all the amazing stuff you're doing. It's all helping the ecosystem massively, so thank you very much for that. So to wrap up the KRC20 stuff we're going to talk about, we're going to bring up Michael Sutton, who's done a deep dive into the performance of the Kaspa mainnet during the KRC20 release, and he's posted all his data and his findings and research and stuff on his X. It's well worth a read if you're interested. There was no too long didn't read, but I would sum it up as Kaspa smashed it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
That is a good sum up. Maybe you should talk to Michael and see if he wants you to be his too long didn't read person. Because that is pretty much what he said. Yeah.
Too long didn't read. Kaspa smashed it.
Yeah, he's an incredibly smart guy.
Yeah, really smart guy.
So moving on from KRC20 and back onto actually Kaspa on the mainnet. Kaspa's hash rate still above 1 exahash, currently sitting at around 1.13 exahash, which again I don't think we'll see. I'll be surprised if we see below 1 exahash now. I think that's here to stay, which is incredible. Great security for the network. Yeah,
really is cool. And if some of the stuff that we saw when we went to the Kaspa Kai event, which we'll cover, hopefully that is going to keep going up anyway.
Yeah.
Kas Media have released the first 3 chapters of Shai's book, Understanding Ghost Egg. So if you want to read it, make sure you head over to Kas Media to check it out. It will be updated as the writing progresses, so make sure you bookmark the page and keep checking in on it to see it in real time as it comes to publish.
Yeah, definitely. And Imelfect, who is Kas Media's go-to guy for all of their website upgrades and stuff, he actually spoke to us the other night on Spaces saying that he's going to be making it easier to find and read Shai's book and also Nicholas Sismel's articles as well. Incredible wealth of knowledge there, and it's good to be kept updated on all things Kaspa. So
definitely, they're really active on there. There's always new articles and findings and stuff coming out.
Not something me and you would write. Our stuff would be written in crayon. So
colourful crayons.
Yeah,
it'll look pretty. Yeah.
And that's it for this month's Devon Tech Updates.
Okay, so let's keep it rocking and move on to the latest Kaspa integrations.
So, starting off, last month's alpha from our little birdie, Alfie, we've called him, because it's obviously a good name, Alfie the alpha bird, was about Pinex listing CAS USDT pair. Pinex is a global exchange with US regulated arm, meaning the Americans now have an easier route to buy CAS.
Yeah, which is massive news.
Yeah, huge news for the American market.
Yeah, so I'm hoping everyone in America have been taking advantage of that and getting more Kaspa.
Yeah, definitely.
So, more listings. We've had Batavo, who have listed CAS Euro. And they took a huge share of the CAS traded on exchanges. They were facilitating like 9% of CAS exchange sort of off of exchanges within the first 12 hours. Cool. The demand was actually so great that the price only tripled on the exchange. Yeah, which is crazy. But that is sometimes the drawback of market buys and not putting in a buy limit. So essentially it was just everyone was buying, and as soon as the sell wall was gone, it just spiked up, and some lucky people that had put their sells in like 49 cents had it filled. So that was, good for them.
Yeah, I mean, some happy traders there for sure. Nice bit of arbitrage there for them.
Yeah.
Also, another exchange, Whitebit Exchange, listed a futures pair with CAS. Not spot, but it's futures. It's just more adoption. So another big integration is Change Finance have actually found a way to bring stable coins onto Kaspa's network, essentially.
Yeah.
They're not native stable coins, but basically they've used KRC20's protocol or Kasplex's protocol to be able to do this. It's basically a bridge, so they're called like CUSDT or
CEF,
CBTC. Basically what they do is they lock it up in a secure vault, the real USDT or the real BTC, whatever it is, lock it up in a secure vault and then obviously exchange that for a token of CBTC or CUSDT. So this is actually bringing stable coins in a roundabout way onto Kaspa's network, which is quite exciting actually.
Yeah.
And it's allowing you to be able to buy KRC20 tokens via using this bridged stable coins. So that's a really bit of exciting news, I think.
So finally, for the integrations, and this is one I'm really looking forward to getting. I've put my name down as well.
Yeah, I've put my name down.
Very excited about this. Yeah. And I'm really sorry if I mess up the pronunciation of it, but Kaspa and Ballet, BALLET, have come together to make a cold storage silver coin. It's 1 troy ounce of real silver, and it's just another awesome design.
The team have done really well on this. Rhubarb Media if you look at the design, it all makes sense. It has like quite a story to it if you look closely. It's a really beautiful coin. Like you were saying, it's 0.999 fine silver.
Yeah.
And it can store your CAS on it as a cold storage. It's really, really unique. So make sure you go and check them out. You have to put your name down for basically a reservation for it.
Pre-order,
because they need to get to a set amount, I think, before they can start production. So it would be absolutely awesome to see these live and being produced.
Yeah.
Like you said, you've put your name down, I've put my name down. They look amazing. Genuinely, they look amazing.
Yeah.
So certainly check them out, put your name down, and we can get the production rolling on that, because it would be a shame not to see them as a physical coin.
Yeah.
It'll be incredible.
Yeah, I can't wait to get mine, so get putting your names down. And that about wraps it up for the latest Kaspa integrations.
Right, let's take a look at notable X spaces.
So it seems good to kick off with an X space held by the Kaspa Japan ecosystem with Bitmo as a host and just some guy as a guest. I can't remember it.
Yeah, just some guy.
Some loser.
No one really cares about him. Yeah. No, actually, that some guy is an OG in the space, I'd say, and it is me. I was really grateful to be their first ever guest on their first ever spaces, and it went really well. It was fantastic speaking to them. They also said they'd like to do a spaces with Rock the Kaspa, so I think we should definitely get in touch with Bitmo and talk to him more about that, because we'd love to come on. It was a fantastic spaces, and it was all Yoshi was there, being the translator who we actually met in Dublin at Kaspa Kai's event. It was incredible, and he's such a nice bloke as well.
Yeah, really nice guy.
And represented Bitmo really well. So really enjoyed that one, and Bitmo will be hitting you up in the back end, because Rock the Kaspa would certainly love to come on one of your spaces again in the future. Yeah,
definitely. Looking forward to that one. And then there was also the Kasplex launch party X Space, which was just incredible. It it's the launch one, so it happened as the KRC20 stuff was re-released. Which it just allowed Caspians to ask questions in real time and get all the answers they needed and push forward.
It was really helpful, actually, because obviously the excitement of it all, but there were some people saying, "Oh, how do we do this? How can we do this?" Kasplex and the KEF were there to sort of navigate people through. You also had different projects talking about it, so it worked really, really well. It was a great spaces, actually. So it's a fantastic idea with that one, KEF and Kasplex. That worked really well.
And then we've got Christian Ludwig held an X Space on the 20th of September, which was like a community discussion of USDT on Kaspa via Change Finance, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, he was really quick to act on that. It was brilliant to see, because Change Finance obviously dropped this massive bombshell saying that we've going to bring stable coins to Kaspa. So he launched the spaces to try and figure out with the community what it was all about. And it was really good. It was good to see that good initiative as well. And also Christian Ludwig does some incredible spaces with Web3 Wolf, I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
And they do a Kaspa roundtable, Plan K, like I said, Christian Ludwig, Jim Ski Bum. You get a lot of the OGs up there speaking. Really, really good spaces. But they hold them really regularly. And they're great. So definitely watch out for them as well. Really good spaces to get involved with.
Yeah, definitely. And then you may as well give us some updates on Blockchain Banter.
Yeah, I mean, Blockchain Banter's been doing some really, really good numbers recently, which honestly means so much to me, because it's something we enjoy doing, me and Lavendi. We enjoy holding these spaces for the community. But it's really nice to see that people are actively tuning in and staying and listening to it. I think the last couple, we've been over 2,000 listeners that have listened in so far. And it's honestly, I really appreciate it. It's really good to see. It means a lot to me, because obviously we put a lot into it. And I, again, appreciate all the guests that come on as well. Without them, we wouldn't have a brilliant show. It would just be me and Lavendi chatting to each other, which probably wouldn't be the best. So it's really good. It's actually really interesting to find out, because we obviously have quite a lot of KRC20 projects come up and speak, and like I said, we remain completely unbiased and neutral, because we think that's the best way to do it. We don't really want to be siding with anyone. What it allows is people and projects to explain what they do, and then it's up to the audience to do their own research and make up their mind. But obviously we don't endorse anyone who comes up and speaks to us. We just give them a platform to be able to do it. I think that's it for notable X Spaces for this month.
Okay, let's rock on to events and conferences. So on the 18th and 19th of September, there was the event in Singapore, where Kaspa was the silver sponsors of the Token 2049. They had the booth there, the Kaspa booth. You had the Kas family meetup as well. Again, just a massive thanks to KEF for helping power this tour. The team there, you had Shy there, you had Wolfie, Luke, Julian, Karen, Michael, K-God and JW, and it just looked amazing. And in fact, we heard because we met with like Luke and Shy and stuff when we was in, and Wolfie when we were in Dublin, was hearing about the event, and all the excitement, like buzzing from leaving the event, was amazing. It just looked awesome, sounded incredible.
But what I really do like to see is the booths are always full. It's like people have definitely heard of Kaspa and are definitely interested in it, even if they've just heard about this new thing on the block. It's really exciting to see. But I think when you start explaining it to people, that's when their eyes really start to light up and they understand how unique and how game-changing Kaspa actually is in the crypto space. And a lot of other brands came over to interview some people from Kaspa. So Luke had a few interviews with them, Luke and Wolfie. It was incredible to see. So again, thanks so much for doing that. And it just shows the amount of interest that actually is in Kaspa, and for good reason. Yeah. It is incredible tech. Moving on from Token 2049, there was also another big event for Kaspa to attend. It was on September the 22nd to the 23rd, and it was the Advances in Financial Technologies, or the AFT 2024. And that was held in Austria. So EL, Kaspador, Real Ragos, Regenerator, Rob and Kingu all attended and done a fantastic job representing Kaspa, because the AFT was actually, it's quite an academic conference to go to. So these are really smart people, doctors, scientists, computer scientists, who obviously know a lot about sort of structures and DAGs and things like this already. So it must have been awesome to actually explain Kaspa to people that already have half a clue of what it is, and I bet it blew their mind as well.
Yeah, I reckon so. So Kaspador, who attended, he did a good sort of summary on his X, saying that the room was pretty much just full of high IQs, and almost all of them knew about a DAG, a direct acyclic graph, and 7 out of 10 of them knew or had worked, studied kind of thing with the big dog hashtag himself, Jonathan, which is pretty cool. And Kaspador continued to say that everyone was just mega impressed with Kaspa and Kaspa KGI and how blocks were composed, merged and distributed.
You know what, there's a really, really good picture of the AFT event where EL is obviously speaking. And he's in the middle, like sort of leaning against the table, looking quite cool.
Super suave.
Yeah, he was. He did look really suave. And everyone just either side just staring at him and just listening to him talk. EL he's someone I'd love to meet. Basically because of his name on X, Fish Tuna.
Fish Tuna.
Absolutely brilliant name. But I follow him a lot. He gives a lot of good info out. He's again very intelligent person. So great guy for the job.
Yeah, and funnily enough, he's done a review of the AFT event as well on his X at Fish Tuna. So go check that out as well. Yeah. Now, moving on to another event in September. Busy month in September. So, this was the Kaspa in Enterprise event. It was held by KII. It was amazing. We were there. We went there. Yeah. We met the team, which was incredible. Both Kaspa team and Kaspa KII team as well. And the Desert DII team as well. Yeah. It's just amazing.
Yeah, really, really well put together. Again, we felt really welcome. Yeah. The Kaspa Kai team, the ones we met of them, absolutely fantastic people. Yeah. Really, really smart, and obviously know what they are doing and want to achieve. And that's what their event was about. I don't think we should release everything, because I think a lot of people have already seen snippets anyway, but it's fair to let Kaspa Kai just release the full videos as and when they want to fully explain what it is that they're wanting to achieve. But what I will say is, obviously, a lot of you have heard about the stable coins they're wanting to do. Massive news. Yeah, massive. Their power banks that they're wanting to set up in places where there's no grid to plug into, but huge amount of resources or huge amount of solar energy that can be used there. Mongolia, for example, which you could actually tap into to mine Kaspa.
Yeah.
So you're not only are you securing the network with energy that would be otherwise wasted, you're also being able to tokenize that energy essentially.
Yeah.
Which is groundbreaking stuff. I mean, they literally have a whole list of things that they can do.
Yeah.
I mean, one of them, you think about the warp core that they wanted to implement.
That would be huge.
Where it would be ISO
2022, I think.
Yeah, it is ISO.
Essentially, the world standard sort of payment mechanism.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they're going to make something like that that's compliant.
Yeah.
What this is actually going to achieve is technically what XRP or Ripple wanted to achieve, but the difference is we can now achieve this completely decentralized. I don't like to compare, obviously, Kaspa against other projects, but that is essentially what it is. It's a better version of it if this is implemented. So there's some really exciting things coming from Kaspa KII.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we actually got to meet Paul Van Son, we got to meet Rory, Charlie, and a few of the other KII squad members there, or team members. Honestly, really, really interesting people and have a very clear vision of what they want to achieve.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to... this is really, really exciting stuff, and it genuinely is, because this is a real-life use case for Kaspa. But obviously, you have to manage your expectations. Everything that they're doing is incredible, and what they're wanting to do is incredible. But things do and will take time. It's not like they're going to be able to achieve everything all at once overnight. What I can say is that some of these projects that they're wanting to implement, they've already actually done tests on previously. Yeah. So this is stuff that they're sort of carrying on from. They tested them years ago, but couldn't actually make it work because they always wanted a proof of work framework to work off of. They never wanted proof of stake, but they could never make a proof of work scalable until Kaspa came along. So now they're actually and decentralized. So now they're actually being able to carry on from where they left off, which is really, really exciting. But main thing is, as exciting as it is, obviously manage your expectations. It won't happen overnight. Yeah.
But it was an amazing event. It's the inaugural one. They're aiming to try and do one every year, trying to make it an annual event, a Kaspa Enterprise event. They do for a really good event.
Yeah.
And there are so many speakers throughout the day as well, not just from the Kaspa KII team. There's talks from, you had Kaspay were there doing a talk. Siam Kid was there, he did an amazing talk.
Yeah.
It's just, it was awesome. So many more.
And it's also meeting other Caspians as well. We met up with Crypto Pumps, or as people might know him, Crypto Pumps.
Top guy.
He was a really top guy.
Yeah.
Plan K was there. You had Fusan were there.
Yeah, Fusan were there.
It was really, really good to see Caspians there as well. Meeting Luke was incredible, because I've wanted to meet Luke for a very long time. I've got a lot of respect for Luke.
Yeah.
Chad, exactly the same. I think these two are just such awesome people for the Kaspa space, so it was great to meet them too. But also, it was incredible to meet Ori, Michael Sutton and Shy as well. It was awesome. It was awesome. And I actually managed to do my, thanks to Siam Kid pushing me to do it, doing my press ups for Dag Night. If you follow my X account, you'll have known that I do X amount of press ups and crunches every day until Dag Night is implemented. It's just a bit of fun for me, and it keeps me fit and healthy. But I actually managed to do that in front of Michael Sutton.
Yeah.
Maybe it sped him up. Actually, it probably didn't. He's probably going to take a back seat from implementing Dag Night now, just to keep me suffering. But no, it was all good fun. It was a really good crack. And actually, Shy is an absolute unit, because after that, he said, right, get on my back and I'm going to do 2 press-ups with you on my back. And I was thinking, what, actually on your back? He said, yeah, do it. Done 2 press-ups with me standing on his back.
Yeah.
The guy is, built.
Yeah.
Not only has he got a massive brain, but he is hench as well. So it was really, really good fun. Really enjoyed ourselves. And, really exciting things coming from the Kaspa KII.
So moving on to upcoming events now, not the ones that we've covered. This is ones coming up. So it's the continuation of the World Tour, and it's the 23rd to 24th of November. It's the Australian Crypto Convention, AusCryptCon, and now there's a new speaker that's been announced going there as well, which is going to be incredible. It is the big dog hashtag himself, Jonathan Sompolinski.
Absolutely incredible. If you can get down to that, I strongly suggest you do it.
Yeah.
Because actually having Jonathan there is incredible. I don't think he does many of these events, so when he does, it's definitely worth going to. His insights are going to be incredible. Obviously, he's the founder of Kaspa, so, and like you said, he's the big dog hashtag. Jonathan Sompolinski is going to be awesome there, so definitely worth listening to him speak. And also, again, Shai is speaking. Yeah. He's an incredible speaker. I really like listening to him speak. Yeah. He's really good at communicating with the crowd. Like, he draws you in. So
he definitely keeps engagement up.
Yeah,
he absolutely smashed it in Dublin.
Yeah. It's like no big deal for him now. Just gets up and
literally,
another day in the office, no big deal.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
But so this is going to be an incredible meetup for a crypto convention with Kaspa. So definitely get down to it if you can. And obviously there's going to be a Kasfan meetup. They're always fun, great networking, great meeting new Caspians.
Yeah.
And so like I said, if you can get to it, definitely do. And that about wraps it up for all the events and conferences of this month and coming up. Right, let's rock on to ambassadors.
Since Luke took the reins as director of Kaspa's ambassador program, the KEF 2.0 has been released, and in the first 24 hours they received 80 plus applicants, which is amazing, and it just shows how passionate the community are and really trying to get involved.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It is really, really good to see how many passionate people are out there that want to become ambassadors. Obviously, there's a list of things that we look for when applicants come through. That's already been written out, so it's a sort of a quick checklist to see if you're what we're looking for or not. Because obviously, being an ambassador for Kaspa, we do want the best of the best. Really, really do appreciate everyone who applies, but please don't feel let down if your application gets thrown out. It's just because we do need to keep strict checks and balances on the whole process.
Yeah, and there has been so many applicants coming through. Speaking to Luke in Dublin, he's just like a mega smart cookie.
Yeah,
very passionate about Kaspa. Yeah. And he's taking this really seriously, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, it's exactly what you want. You want someone like that.
Yeah, definitely. So keep doing an amazing job, Luke. And all the ambassadors, keep doing what you're doing. A massive thanks to all the ambassadors currently that are just smashing it out of the park already as it goes. Going to the meetups, going to the Kasfam events, going to the conferences, and just generally just consistently spreading good stuff about Kaspa.
Yeah, definitely. And that's it. It's a part of the meetups as well. To be honest with you, it's a lot of hard work, and it does take up a lot of time. So before you apply, just really do think about if this is something you're wanting to do or willing to take on, because there is a lot of work that actually goes into being an ambassador. But again, it's done through pure passion. It's like the meetups and stuff are just awesome. But there's a lot that goes into them that people may not realise. So if you're wanting to become an ambassador, awesome. Please reach out to us. Get your application in and we'll get them processed as quickly as possible. And that's it for ambassadors for this month. So I know what you're all waiting for. Yep. You're probably waiting for Alfie, our little alpha birdie.
Yeah.
I've literally just got off the blower to him, and he said unfortunately he's got no alpha for us this month, but hopefully next month we'll be able to squeeze some alpha out of him.
Yeah,
so
we'll get it.
I mean, it's good for you guys because you don't have to see us doing our thing again. So it's probably saved your eardrums. So I mean, silver lining. There's a silver lining to everything.
Always a silver lining.
But we'll try pin Alfie down next month for some juicy Kaspa alpha.
Proper juicy alpha, hopefully.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us to spread our channel out and grow it. Also, don't forget you can get some awesome Kaspa merch if you want to support us. We obviously don't ask for anything for nothing. You get some cool looking swag, and we get a bit of funding for this channel as well. So it's really appreciated. So if you're looking for some awesome Kaspa swag, go to rockthekaspa.com and just pick whatever cool design you want.
You can even pay in cash.
And you can pay in cash. That is a given. We actually prefer it when you pay in cash.
Please
pay in cash. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Keep it rocking, Kaspa.
We'll see you next month.